Left'te taraftan elime sokmayı patlatamam.
Okay, I have only one doubt, which is on page number 67, second point. It says the option one selected by the company is irrevocable. So, say for example, if you once select for a particular asset that I will opt for para 46A, then you cannot again go back to para 46. You will follow para 46A throughout the entire useful life or for that particular tenure of the loan. Right, I hope Akshay that solves your doubt. Okay, fine. So I had one doubt which is already now done. Let's now proceed with the next part since there are no more doubts. Let's do question number 2. So come to page number 66. Page number 66. Let's do question number 2. Page 66. Question number 2. Come to page number 66. Question number 2. Okay, let's go to question number 2, which is given on page number 66. The question reads as Sunshine Company Limited imported raw materials worth US dollars 9,000. Underline the word US dollars 9,000. On 25th February 2011, when the exchange rate was 44 rupees. Quickly on the chat box, what is 44 rupees called in this case? Quickly on the chat box, what is 44 rupees called in this case? 44 rupees is nothing but your spot rate. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead. The transaction was recorded in the books at the above mentioned rate. The payment for the same was made on 10th April. So 10th April we make the payment when the rate was 48. On 31st March the exchange rate was 49. The chief accountant of the company has passed an entry on 31st March 2011 adjusting the cost of raw material consumed for the difference between 48 and 44 per This is a very simple question. We've already done this kind of a question many a time. So I would want someone of you to solve this question. Okay, let's see if Harshita, can you solve this question? Harshita, can you try solving this question? Okay, let's begin then. Okay, Harshita, here you go. Read the question carefully first and help us solve this question.
Sir, should I read the question?
Yes, if you could explain the question to us.
Yes. On 25th February, the exchange rate was 44 rupees per dollar,
Okay.
and the 9,000 US dollar was the worth. So the exchange rate was 44 rupees.
Okay. Spot
Uh,
rate was 44.
and the payment was done on 10th April. That day, the exchange rate was 48 rupees.
Okay.
And on the year end, the exchange rate was 49 rupees per dollar.
Okay.
The chief accountant means he debited to he adjusted the difference amount, but we are supposed to adjust in the cost of the asset.
Are you sure?
Raw
Read the question
material.
carefully once again. I'm giving you 2 more minutes. Read the question carefully. Once you're done reading the question, tell me. I ask you a couple of questions and then you answer those.
Yes, sir, you can
Okay.
ask.
Are you done? Okay.
Yes.
Have we purchased or sold?
Yes.
I'm asking you. क्या हमने खरीदा है या बेचा है इस क्वेश्चन में?
Um, we have imported, we have purchased.
We have purchased. Okay. Which means if we purchase from the person whom we have purchased, that person is my debtor or creditor?
Creditor.
Okay. Are creditors monetary items or non-monetary items?
Monetary items.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now monetary items are divided into 2 parts. Monetary items in the form of long-term foreign currency loan, monetary items in the form of other than long-term foreign currency loan. Can you tell me this monetary item is LTFCL or other than LTFCL?
This is other than LTFCL.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Is this a loan?
No.
No,
Yes.
it is other than LTFCL.
Yes, yes. Yes,
लोन नहीं
other.
है ना? Are you sure? You are sure, right? कि ये लोन नहीं है?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Now, what is the treatment of monetary item in the form of LTFCL? Or sorry, monetary items in the form of other than LTFCL. You can see that on your screen.
Yes, sir.
What is the treatment? If you
Exchange gain or loss shall be credited to P&L.
right, monetary item other than LTFCL. Let's go to monetary items in the form of LTFCL. Can you see that on your screen?
Yes, sir.
You have 2 options. One is pre-amended, which is similar to monetary item other than LTFCL, and then you have para 46 where we had an amendment.
Yes.
Now, if I call this paragraph as 1, are you with me?
Yes, yes.
If I call this paragraph as 1 and if I call this paragraph as 2, which paragraph is applicable to our question, 1 or 2? क्या हमारा क्वेश्चन अदर देन LTFCL है या LTFCL है?
2, paragraph 2.
Other than LTFCL or LTFCL?
Other than LTFCL.
Right. So will you have to then add to the cost of the asset?
No, sir.
No, you will straight away take it to the profit and loss account. Right. Now tell me, in this question, what is the rate at which you purchased?
9,000 into 44.
You purchased at 44 rupees.
Yes.
आपने purchase कब किया?
On 25th of February.
25th February. Okay. आपने payment कब किया?
10th April.
10th April. इन दोनों के बीच में कोई important date आ रही है?
Yes, sir. 31st of March.
31st March. So first we will record the date on the 31st March and then we will take the rate of 10th April. Can you read the last paragraph and tell me accountant क्या करना चाहता है?
The chief accountant of the company passed an entry on 31st March, adjusting the cost of raw material consumed for the difference between rupees 48 and 44 per US dollar. He adjusted in the cost of the asset.
Where is it
Sorry.
given asset?
Um, no, he adjusted the.
Okay, look at this. 25th February 2011 है ना?
Yes, sir.
31st March 2011 and 10th April 2011. ठीक है, ये तीन डेट्स है. यहाँ पे रेट क्या है 44, यहाँ पे रेट क्या है 49 और यहाँ पे 48 है. Am I right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, अब आप ध्यान से क्वेश्चन को समझिए. पहले अकाउंटेंट ने क्या किया, 44 और 48 का डिफरेंस डायरेक्टली एडजस्ट कर लिया. कब? 31st मार्च पे. देखो वही दिया हुआ है. The chief accountant of the company passed an entry on 31st March. So 31st March पे उन्होंने एंट्री पास की. लेकिन क्या एंट्री पास की? Adjusting the difference between 48 and 44. Now tell me, Harshita, will you come to know on 31st March what will be the rate on 10th April?
No, sir.
क्या आपको आज पता है कि 30th जून को क्या एक्सचेंज रेट होने वाला है? क्या आप मुझे बता पाएंगे कि सर आज 10th जून को मैं बता सकती हूँ 30th जून को क्या रेट होने वाला है? Is that possible?
No, sir.
That's not possible. So how can the accountant come to know on 31st March that the rate will be 48? So this treatment, is it correct or not correct?
Not correct.
Not correct. So you tell me what should be the correct treatment?
First, on the year end, we will adjust the amount. Then on the date of on 10th April, we'll adjust again.
Perfect. Exactly right. Now tell me on 31st March, what amount will you adjust, and on 10th April, what amount will you adjust?
On 31st, 5 rupees will adjust.
How did you get 5 rupees?
49 minus 44.
Okay, perfect. Then
on 10th April, we'll again adjust 1 rupee.
how 1 rupee?
49 minus 48.
Why not 44 minus 48 on 10th April?
We've already adjusted that on 31st
Okay,
March.
perfect. Very good. Let's begin solving. Your first statement will be, what will be your first statement?
The effect of changes in foreign exchange rates.
Okay. Let's prepare the format first. You have particulars. Amount should be in rupees. Prepare your format along with me. Is the value of the transaction given in INR or USD?
USD.
USD. So will you multiply or divide?
Multiply.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Prepare a systematic format. Solve this question along with me. Okay, Harshita, please go ahead. Let's begin.
Yes. The value of the transaction on the date of purchase was 9,000 US dollar into 44 rupees.
What is the date? 25th February 11 is US dollars 9,000. Okay. Then
Spot rate was 44 rupees.
okay, then
The value in INR, the value of the transaction is 3,96,000.
9,000 into rupees 44.
Yes, sir.
How much? 3 lakh?
3,96,000.
96,000. Okay, then
Then on 31st March, the spot rate was 48 rupees.
48. Okay. Then
Uh, then it's an increase in the value of.
are you sure everything that you're doing in the question till now is right?
Um, yes, sir.
Are you sure? You have the screen in front of you.
It's right.
Is the spot rate on 31st March 2011 48 or 49?
Sorry, sir. It's 49.
Please don't do such silly mistakes. Okay, then
There is a loss of 5 rupees.
so you have exchange loss on 31st March 2011. How much? 49 minus 44
Yes.
rupees 5. What's your total loss?
45,000.
45,000. How did you get 45,000?
5
9,000 into rupees 5.
Yes.
Where will you treat this?
It's PNL.
Will be debited to the profit and loss account. Okay, perfect. So we have our position on 31st March 2011. So I'm writing over here total loss on 31st March 2011 is how much? 45,000. Okay, what about the next one?
On 10th of April,
Yes, what happens on 10th of April?
the rate becomes 48.
The rate then will become 48. So your spot rate on 10th April is how much?
48.
Rupees 48. Okay. Now what?
Now there is difference of rupee 1.
Which is exchange gain or loss?
It's a gain.
This time it is exchange gain on 10/4/2011.
Yes.
How much? 49 minus 48.
Yes.
How much do you get? Rupee?
1.
1. Okay. What about your total loss or total gain?
44. No. 44,000. PNL will transfer it to PNL.
How did you get 44,000 gain?
Do not gain. The
I
loss.
want to know the gain on 10th April.
In 10th April, it's for 9,000.
9,000. Where will you treat it?
PNL. Debit.
Debit
Sorry, credit.
will be credited to the profit and loss account. Right. I hope you are clear with this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Arshita. Okay. I hope you all are clear with this. It was a very simple question. We've done such kind of questions earlier. If you have any doubts, please ask me. At the end, we need to mention the contention of the chief accountant is incorrect. Take it down properly. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Don't simply copy. And once you're done, please put done on the chat box. The rates on 31st March 2011 and 10th 4 2011 are the spot rates on that date, on 10th 4 and on 31st March. So for 31st March, the rate on that date will be called as the spot rate. That is why we call it spot rate on a particular date. Right, Sprua, I hope that solves your doubt. So on 31st March, your rate is 49. So that is the spot rate for that particular date. Please let me know once you're done. We'll go to the next question, question number 3. Okay, so I have one more doubt which says that it is the rate on the date of transaction. Now, yes, it is called the rate for the date of transaction, but you cannot also only call it the closing rate. So spot rate can be used for even for specifying the rate on any date, right? So when you are paying the money on 10th April, that is also a transaction, a payment transaction that you are entering into. But if there is confusion, what you do is you remove the word spot. Keep it rate on 31st March 2011 and rate on 10th April 2011. You can still call it the spot rate. There will be no problem in it because it is rate on a particular date of a transaction. But if there is confusion or if it is not suiting you, you please keep it rate because that will not really matter in your solution. So what I would recommend is you remove the word spot and keep it rate. Right, I hope Raj that is now clear. Okay. Now quickly let's just help me out with which questions are left. I think question number 3 is yet to be done. Question number 4 we have already done. 5 we have already done. 6, 7, 8 also we have done. 9 we have done. Question number 10 also we have done. I think I have written this somewhere. Yes. So question number 2 is done now. We are left with 3, 13, 16, 17 and 18. Let's go to question number 13. Come to question number 13. Let's see question number 13. Come to question number 13 on page number 76. Page number 13, question number 76. Now again, I am not changing the question. We will ignore the 31st March 2020 guideline. and we will simply follow the useful life of the asset or tenure of the loan based on the kind of question that we have, right? So we will ignore 31st March 2020 because that is now no longer a provision in Accounting Standard 11. Question number 13, page number 76. It says Option Limited is engaged in manufacturing of steel. For its steel plant, it required machineries of latest technology. It usually resorts to long-term foreign currency borrowing for its funding requirements. On 1st April 2011, it borrowed US dollar 1 million. Now first put it on your chat box. What is the meaning of 1 million? It is important to know the meaning of 1 million, otherwise you will not be able to solve the question. So first tell me on the chat box, what is the meaning of 1 million? 1 million is 10 lakhs. So 1 million is US dollars 10 lakhs. Okay. On 1st April, we borrowed US dollars 10 lakhs, that is 1 million, from an international funding agency, USA, when the exchange rate was 52 rupees. So what was the spot rate? 52 rupees. The funds were used for acquiring machinery on the same date to be used in 3 different steel plants. The useful life of the machinery is 10 years. Underline this, very important. The useful life is 10 years and the residual value is 20 lakhs. Earlier, the company used to purchase machineries out of foreign borrowings. The exchange difference arising was charged to the profit and loss account and were not capitalized, even though the company had the option to capitalize under AS-11. Now for this new purchase, Option Limited is interested in availing the option of capitalizing the same to the cost of the asset. Exchange rate on 31st March is now 51. So for the first time, the rate has reduced at the first instance from 52 to 51. Assume that on 31st March, Option Limited is not having any old long-term foreign currency loan borrowing except the amount borrowed on 1st April 2011. Can Option Limited capitalize the exchange difference to the cost of the asset on 31st March 2012? If yes, then calculate the depreciation on the machineries as on 31st March 2012. Okay, my first question to you all is, in this question, do we have monetary item in the form of LTFCL or other than LTFCL? Quickly on the chat box. Do we have monetary item in the form of LTFCL or other than LTFCL? Monetary item in the form of LTFCL or other than LTFCL? Right, everyone agrees it is in the form of LTFCL. So monetary item will be in the form of LTFCL. Okay, if it is in the form of LTFCL, tell me, is it for a depreciable asset or for other than depreciable asset? Is it for a depreciable asset or other than depreciable asset? Depreciable asset, okay. What treatment will you give in case of depreciable asset? What treatment will you give in case of depreciable asset? Everyone quickly on your chat box. What treatment will you give in case of depreciable asset? You will of course capitalize. Okay, let's begin solving this question. Put your first statement. As per Accounting Standard 11, the effect of changes in foreign exchange rates. We are doing question number 13 on page number 76. treatment of LTFCL for a depreciable asset. Okay, let me solve this question first. You understand the entire question and then I'll give you time to copy. First of all, let's see what is the cost of the asset in USD. So cost of the asset in USD is how much? US dollars 1 million, which is 10 lakhs. US dollars 10 lakhs. Or let's keep it this way, 10 lakhs. Exchange rate on 1/4/2011 is how much? Rupees 52. So cost of the asset in INR is how much? 520 lakhs. Rupees 520 lakhs. Your exchange rate on 31st March 2012 exchange rate on 31st March 2012 is rupees 52 minus, I'm sorry, your exchange rate is rupees 51. Okay, quickly on the chat box. Is this gain for me or loss for me? Is this gain for me or loss for me? Gain? Exchange gain will be 52 minus 51 will be rupee 1 per dollar. Total exchange gain will be rupee 1 into 10 lakhs will be rupees 10 lakhs. Okay, cost of the asset in INR is rupees 520 lakhs. Now tell me, most important question. Will you add to the cost of the asset or deduct from the cost of the asset? Quickly on your chat box. Will you add in this case to the cost of the asset or will you reduce from the cost of the asset? What will you do? Will you add or deduct? Of course, you will deduct from the cost of the asset. So you have less exchange gain, which is how much? 10 lakhs. Revised cost of the asset will come to rupees 510 lakhs. Let's calculate depreciation for the year 2011-12. You will have 510 lakhs minus 20 lakhs residual value. Divide that by, what's your useful life? 10 years. Calculate that rupees. ₹49 lakhs. Carrying amount of the asset will be 510 lakhs minus 49 lakhs. You get 461 lakhs. Are you all clear with this question? For the first time, you had a question where you had a gain to be reduced from the cost of the asset. So it is very important that you understand this question carefully. Are you all clear with this? Quickly on the chat box. Are you all clear with this? Quickly on your chat box. Are you clear with this? If you have any doubts, please ask me. Are you all clear with this? Akshay, Aman, Anjali, Aksa, Bhavin, Dipesh, Digesh, Harshit, Harshita, Het, Ishika, Ishita, Kajal, Khushi, Manav, Mukaddisha, Nidhi, Nikita, Om, Pawan, Pushti, Raj, Rizwan, Rohan, Sami, Samira, Shreyas, Simran, Spruha, Shrushti, Tulsi, Yash, and Zaid. Are you all clear with this? Okay, perfect. If you all are clear with this, please take this down properly. If you have any doubts, please post it over here. I'll help you solve that doubt. Okay, I have one doubt. Which says that in theory question it is given that the option once exercised is irrevocable, and in this question the company earlier used to debit to PNL and now they have charged to now they are using para 46A. So the question is, isn't it required to charge the difference also to PNL? Now Spruha, I think you have not understood the provision. I'll once again repeat it for you. मान लीजिए आपने आज एक असेट खरीदा, असेट नंबर 1, लेट्स कॉल इट असेट नंबर 1. मान लीजिए आपने असेट नंबर 1 खरीदा, आप पीएनएल फॉलो करते हैं, आपके पास ऑप्शन है आप दूसरा फॉलो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन आपने नहीं किया, आप पीएनएल फॉलो कर रहे हैं, आप 46 से फॉलो नहीं कर रहे. आप 6 महीने बाद असेट नंबर 2 खरीदते हैं. The question is, can you use para 46A in that? Yes, you can use para 46A. Second question, आफ्टर 6 months कैन यू से कि मैंने ऑलरेडी पीएनएल में चार्ज किया है, अब एक काम करती हूँ मैं असेट 1 को भी मैं ऑप्शन चेंज करके पैरा 46 में आती हूँ. यू कैन नॉट डू दैट. सो फॉर वन पर्टिकुलर असेट यू कैन नॉट कीप चेंजिंग द मेथड ऑफ AS-11. However, for different assets, of course, you can choose para 46 or para 46A, and then that option for that asset, it will be irrevocable till the useful life of the asset. And that is why specifically they have given you in the question that there is no other loan that is outstanding except for the one taken on 1/4/2011. So you have to study and understand it asset wise rather than option wise. You look at it asset wise. इस asset में क्या हम अब P&L debit वापस कर सकते हैं? 10 साल तक कभी नहीं कर सकते. That option is now irrevocable for this particular asset. But if option limited buys another asset, then of course you have a choice, para 46 or 46A, and then you can select the one of the two. Right? I hope, Spruha, that completely clarifies your doubt. Okay, so Anjali, you will, for 2011-12, for the year 2011-12, when will you calculate depreciation? That's my question to you. For 2011-12, when do you calculate depreciation? At the beginning of the year or at the end of the year? At the end of the year. What's your value of the asset at the end of the year? What's your value of the asset at the end of the year? So of course you will calculate depreciation on 510 lakhs. Right, I hope that solves your doubt. Of course, the statement there is no old LTFCL is relevant. It is giving you information that there is no other outstanding loan. There is only this loan. So to this loan, you can completely apply para 46A. So when they tell you this statement that there is no old LTFCL, what they mean to say is कि जितना भी लोन आपको क्वेश्चन में दिख रहा है वो नई लोन है, पुरानी कोई लोन नहीं है, ताकि आप उस पे पूरी तरह से पैरा 46 से अप्लाई कर सके. अगर मान लीजिए इस लोन में कुछ हिस्सा ओल्ड लोन का भी है, देन देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. यू नीड बाइफर्केशन. कितना पुरानी लोन का है, कितना नई लोन का है. पुरानी लोन का हम डिफरेंस पीएनएल में डेबिट चार्ज करेंगे और इसका डिफरेंस कैपिटलाइज करेंगे 46 से. सो दैट इज हाउ दिस स्टेटमेंट इज रेलेवेंट. Right, I hope that is now clear to you. Okay, take this down quickly. Once you're done, please put done on the chat box so that we can proceed with the next question. Take this down properly. Once you're done, please put done on the chat box so that we can go to the next question. Please let me know once you're done so that we can proceed to the next part. Are you done with this question? Okay. If you're done with this question, let's quickly shift to one interesting thing that we can solve. Just give me a minute. Okay, now please pay attention to what we are doing. We are looking at this mock test paper series 1 for July 2020 exams. So the exam that is going to come, let's see the mock test paper for that. Okay, this is your mock test paper for May 2020 series, right? Now I have already given the study material to you before May 2020. So this is on May 2020, this question paper was made. I have not made it, the institute has made it. Right, let's understand. Let's quickly look at this mock test paper and then we try and understand the kind of question that they have asked you. Let's go to the last question and tell me, can you solve this question? This one, question 6A. Question 6A. It says, RAU Limited purchased a plant for US dollars 1 lakh on 1st February, payable after 3 months. Company entered into a forward contract for 3 months at 49.15 per dollar. Exchange rate per dollar on 1st Feb was 48.85. How will you recognize the profit or loss on forward contracts? Quickly on the chat box. Have we done this kind of a question? Have we done this kind of a question? Right, which means if you follow the study material properly that I have given, I think there should be no problem. Okay. So still mock test paper 2 is yet to come. However, whenever it will come, we will discuss that as well. Okay. Apart from this, I want to show one more thing to you where there is a slight difference in the solution. So we will resolve that question once again. Okay, this is AS-11 from your study material. Okay, I want everyone to please pay attention. See what they have asked you in the questions. We have question number 1. As Kalim Limited borrowed US dollars 4,50,000 on 1/1/2016. We have already done this question. This question is similar to our study material question, which is question number 9. So this question is covered in question number 9. However, we will resolve this question by a different method as well. So just wait for this question. We'll do that again. Question number 1 already covered in our study material. Come to question number 2. This is the question that we are now going to do. Question number 14. Sorry, not question number 14. Question number. This is question number. Wait a minute. This question is question number 10. We have already done this question number 10, right? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Quickly on the chat box, yes or no? This is similar to question number 10. We have already done this question. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question number 3. Look at this question. A business having head office in Kolkata has a branch office in UK. Have we done this question on your chat box? Yes or no? Have we done this question? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. Look at this question. RAU Limited. Same question is already covered in our study material as question number 11. And this very question has been asked in the recent mock test paper. Come to the next one. Question number 5. Tell me, have we done this question also? Can someone tell me this question is similar to which question in our study material? Question 12. Okay, come to the next one then. This question is something we are now going to do. Question number 14. So this is also covered in our study material. Question number 14. No, sorry, it is question number 16. This is also covered in our study material as question number 16. Okay. Come to the next one. Question number 7. This is similar to question number 17 of our study material. So this question is similar to question number 17 of our study material. That's it. So technically we are covering everything that they have asked us. Let's for one solve question number 9. Come to question number 9. Let's solve that again. Question number 9 on page number 74. Let's resolve this question. Question number 9. Now earlier we understood the same question as a long-term foreign currency loan. Now let's take it as other than long-term foreign currency loan and solve the same question. Let's take it as other than long-term foreign currency loan and solve the same question. It says Kalim Limited borrowed US dollars 4,50,000 on 1/1/2020, which will be repaid as on 31/1/2021. X Limited prepares financial statements ending on 31st March 2020. The rate of exchange between the two is as under. So you have 48.49 and 49.50. Give the accounting treatment. So let's put our first statement. As per accounting standard 11, the effect of changes in foreign exchange rates, accounting treatment for monetary item other than LTFCL. On 1/1/2020, we took a loan, so money comes in bank account will be debited. This time we are taking it other than LTFCL. Let's solve it by both the methods. To foreign loan account. You have 4,50,000 into 48, 2 crores, 16 lakhs. Being foreign loan taken. March 31st, 2020. Now this time tell me on the chat box, in case of other than LTFCL, where will you take the gain or loss? Where will you debit or credit the gain or loss? In case of other than LTFCL, where will you debit or credit the gain or loss? Quickly, everyone on the chat box. You will of course take it to the profit and loss account. So let's take it to the profit and loss account. The profit and loss account will be debited. My rate now becomes 49. So 1 rupee is my loss. Profit and loss account will be debited. 4,50,000 into rupee 1. 4,50,000. The value of my loan will increase to foreign loan 4,50,000. This is your exchange loss. On 31st March 2021. On 1st July 2021, when you repay the loan, again there is a loss of 0.5. So you will have this very entry, profit and loss account debit. 0.5, you get 2,25,000 to foreign loan. 2,25,000. Again, it is your exchange loss. And then when you make the payment on the same date, it will be Foreign loan account, debit. To bank account. $4,50,000 into 49.5. That is the rate at which you will pay. 2 crores, 22 lakhs, 75,000. Right, so institute has taken this viewpoint. So if this question is asked in the exam, this should be your solution. So that is why we have resolved it. Please take note of this. Take it down properly. Okay, let's go to question number 16 if you're done with this. Question 16. Question number 16. Question 16. It says Omega Limited purchased fixed assets costing rupees 3000 lakhs on 1/4/2016, and the same was fully financed by a foreign currency loan payable in 3 equal annual installments. Exchange rate was rupees 40 and 42.5 on 1/4/2016 and 31st March 2017 respectively. First installment was paid on 31/12/2016. करना क्या है? You are required to state how these transactions would be accounted for. Okay, quickly on the chat box. The value of the transaction is given in INR or USD. The value of the transaction in the question is given in INR or USD. Quickly on the chat box. INR. Okay, will you multiply or divide? Will you multiply or divide? What will you do? You will of course divide. Okay. Look at the question and tell me. Monetary item in the form of LTFCL or monetary item in the form of other than LTFCL? What do you find in this question? Monetary item in the form of LTFCL or other than LTFCL? What can you see in this question? LTFCL or other than LTFCL? LTFCL, okay. Last question. LTFCL for a depreciable asset or other than depreciable asset? LTFCL for a depreciable asset or other than depreciable asset? What do you have in the question? LTFCL for a depreciable asset or other than depreciable asset? Of course, you will have it at you have it for the depreciable asset. Okay. How many methods do you have for LTFCL for a depreciable asset? How many methods can you follow? And which are those methods? How many methods can you follow and which are those methods? Quickly on the chat box. How many methods can Okay, I'm sorry, there was some power cut for a couple of minutes because of which I got disconnected. Okay, let's again come to our question. So what I was asking you earlier was, how many methods do we have? We have two methods. One is para 46 and one is para 46a. Now, since this question is silent, what we will do is we will use both the methods to solve this question. So we will use para 46 first and para 46a afterwards. And then we will solve this question. Right? So let's see if you can solve this question. So quickly, without wasting time, Heath, can you try solving this question using para 46 on the chat box? Heath, can you try solving this question using para 46? Okay. Shreyas, can you solve this question using para 46a? Shreyas, can you solve this question using para 46a? Quickly on the chat box. Shreyas, can you solve this question using para 46a? Ishika, can you solve this question using para 46a? Okay, let's begin with Heath then. Okay, Heath, here you go. Let's solve this question using para 46. So tell me, how will you begin this question?
Sir, this is a long-term LDFCL in the form of fixed asset, depreciable fixed asset.
Okay.
But as per 46, we have to debit or credit the gain or loss to P&L account directly.
Okay, so it will go to the profit and loss account if we have para 46. Okay, so your first statement will be as per accounting standard 11, treatment of
Foreign exchange transaction.
Okay, then
Value of asset.
you will have to first prepare a proper format. Treatment as per para 46. Okay. Yes, Heath, go ahead. How will you solve it?
Cost of asset in INR.
Cost of the asset in INR is how much?
3,000 lakhs.
So can I put over here rupees in lakhs? Okay, then
Spot rate $40. $41.40 INR.
I didn't understand that. What's your spot rate? What's the date? Spot rate on
1/4/2016.
1/4/2016 is how much?
40 rupees.
Is 40 per dollar. Okay, then
Value cost of asset in US dollar.
how much?
75 lakhs.
You have 3,000 divided by 4. You have US
75.
dollars 75. Okay, then
Rate on 31/3/2017.
exchange rate on 31. What's the date in the question? 31?
3/2017.
3/2017. Okay, what's the rate on that date? $42.50?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, exchange gain or loss?
Exchange loss.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How exchange loss?
First we had to pay 40 and now we had to pay 42.5.
Okay, we could have
So
paid
loss
at
of 2.5.
40, but we now will have to pay at 42.5. Absolutely correct. We will pay 2.5 rupees more per dollar. That is why this is my exchange loss. Okay, tell me, what's your total loss?
187.5 lakhs.
How did you get that?
2.5 into 75.
You get 187
5.
Okay, where will you treat this?
Debited to PNL account.
Good, you will debit this to the profit and loss account. Which treatment did we use over here?
46.
Para 46. Is this the amended treatment or the pre-amended treatment?
Pre-amended.
Pre-amended. Is this method still allowed?
No.
Are you sure?
Means if we have taken, then we cannot change
No, that's
it
okay.
for.
But can I still follow this method for a fresh asset, for a fresh loan that I have taken, for a new
No.
loan?
No.
This method is not allowed. Are you sure?
Yes.
Look at this. Is it given anywhere that it has been removed? I'll show you the provision. Just give me a minute. Okay, here it is. See, what does it say? Monetary item in the form of LTFCL. It says pre-amended treatment para 46. Amended treatment para 46A, which is given over here. Which means both the methods are allowed. You can select any one which you want. But whatever you select, then for that asset or for that loan, you cannot change. But if today, on this very date, 10 June 2020, if I take a loan from a foreign bank, can I use 46?
Yes.
Okay, I can of course use 46, which means एक फॉरेन लोन के लिए विच इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ LTFCL मेरे पास दो ऑप्शन है ट्रीटमेंट के, ऑप्शन 1 ऑप्शन 2. लेकिन अगर एक लोन के लिए मैंने ऑप्शन 1 यूज कर लिया है तो उसी लोन के लिए आगे चल के आप ऑप्शन 2 पे नहीं जा सकते. ऑप्शन 1 फॉलो किया है, पूरी असेट की लाइफ या पूरी टेन्योर ऑफ द लोन ऑप्शन 1 में ही खत्म होनी चाहिए. लेकिन आप पैरेलली कोई नई लोन लेते हो, उसमें आपके पास फिर से चॉइस आएगा 46 और 46. You agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Ved.
Thank you, sir.
Right, I hope you all are clear with the first method. Let's now go to the second method, treatment as per para 46A. So let's treat the same question with para 46A. Okay. So Ishika, here you go. Para 46A.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
So we will capitalize the difference in the fixed asset account.
Okay, so can I say this treatment will be the same till here? This will be exactly same, right?
Yes, sir.
This you will capitalize. Capitalize means there are two options. You can either add or you can either deduct. What will you do?
Add.
You will add to
Fixed asset account.
the cost of the asset. Okay. Can you tell me what will be the revised value of your asset now?
Just a minute, sir. Uh, 3,187.5.
Okay, let's put that. Wait. First, let's put the cost of the asset in INR, which is 3,000.
187.5.
Okay, you will add to this. Sorry. You will add to this exchange gain or loss.
Loss.
$187.5. So your revised value of the asset,
3,187.5
3187.5.
lakhs.
Right. So you have 3187.5. This will be amortized over
Useful life of the asset.
not 31st March 2020.
No, sir.
Why not 31st March 2020?
There is an amendment. So it is mentioned in the question that no, sir. So as
Okay.
per
So
46A,
So 31st March 2020 is already gone. Because it is already gone, you will now not be taking that into account. You will only take what? The tenure of the loan in the account. Are you getting it?
yes, sir.
Okay. One last question. You said of course this will be there. For example, if this was gain instead of exchange loss, what if this was exchange gain? What would have been the treatment?
Deduct it. We would have
You would have
deducted.
deducted it from the cost of the asset. Okay. Fine, Ishika. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Make one small change in the question. There is one typing error in the question. Let's change that. This is question number 16. It was first installment was paid on. You take 1/4/2017. Take your first repayment to be on 1/4/2017. Right? I hope now that is clarified. What I will do is I'll quickly revise this point. I'll put this on your chat box. You can then copy it. But before that, let's quickly revise whatever we have done till now in AS-11. And then I'll put this on your official WhatsApp group so that you can copy it down. Let's quickly have an overview of this accounting standard. Tomorrow, I will be finishing off this accounting standard. And then we go to a new accounting standard. Okay. We are doing AS-11, the effect of changes in foreign exchange rates. We first understood the applicability. This AS is applicable to transactions in foreign currencies, translation of foreign operations, and accounting for foreign exchange transactions, which are in the nature of forward exchange contracts. This standard will never tell you the currency that you must use. It will never tell you how will you deal with the presentation of cash flow statement. Initially, every transaction will be recorded at the spot rate. Spot rate means the rate prevailing on the date of transaction. For monetary items, you will always use the closing rate. However, for non-monetary items, you will always use the acquisition rate. For monetary items other than LTFCL, you will always debit or credit the exchange gain or loss to profit and loss account. For monetary items in the form of LTFCL, if you're using a pre-amended treatment, it will go to the profit and loss account. In the amended treatment, which is para 46A, LTFCL, if it is for a depreciable asset, we will capitalize to the cost of the asset. You will either add or deduct, and the treatment will be given or transferred to the P&L over the useful life of the asset. If the LTFCL is for other than depreciable asset, then we'll transfer it to a special account known as FCMITD account, and transfers will be taken from FCMITD account to the profit and loss account over the tenure of the loan. For translation, these are the rates that you will use. For non-monetary items, you will use the acquisition rate. For monetary items and cash, you will use the closing rate. For nominal items such as purchase, sales, wages, salary, you will use the average rate. For opening stock, you'll use the opening rate. For closing stock, you'll use the closing rate. For depreciation, you will use the fixed asset rate. And for interbranch or interdivisional transfer, you will use the actual rate. Right? So this is what we have already covered in terms of accounting standard 11. What you will do is today go back and revise whatever we have done. And then if you have any doubts, please get back to me. I will solve that. And also copy down the question that I have given. I have one question which I will solve, of course. It says if we have repaid 25 lakhs on 31/12, then the loss due to exchange will be on the remaining $2,000. Yes, of course, it will be on $2,000. Then you will calculate 2,000. But it will not be on $2,000. Spruva, I think you're making a mistake somewhere. It will be on 50 US dollars. You had 75, from that 25 will be repaid, so you will be left with 50 US dollars. So we'll calculate the difference on 50 US dollars. Right, okay. I think this much is sufficient for today. Do revise whatever we have done. If you have any doubts, please get back to me and I will solve it. There are some pending doubts as well, I believe. So by today, I will definitely solve those doubts. I'm sorry, I was stuck up somewhere, so could not get back to you. But today, by today evening, all your doubts, the pending ones, will be solved. Thank you so much for attending. I'll now see you tomorrow and we finish off AS-11. Thank you.